Anyway, MvM stinks. I'm gonna eat my cheesecake now. You can watch me eat it if you like. Cheesecake review. Yeah. I'm gonna place some potato. I'm gonna. Wait, what is it? I'm gonna see it again. Those incredible people that missed it. Look at that. Exciting, huh? So exciting. But you know what? It's not as exciting as Starcake Käsekuchen. And it says Serviervorschlag, which means serving suggestion. Ah, that's cute. That's like some typical German shit on this as well. Like, you see this? There's like a tiny symbol down here in the corner that says ohne Küken töten, which basically means without killing any baby chickens. Yeah. Only actual adult chickens died for this cheesecake. I guess. I don't know. Is there any chickens in there? I doubt it. Let's say. Feiner Rührkuchen mit 41% Speisequark. Boah. Delicate cake with 41% curd cheese. Ingredients: curd cheese, curd, 35% fat, sugar, eggs, wheat, flour, rapeseed, oil, glucose, fructose, syrup, buttermilk, fresh cheese, wheat, starch, rice, flour, humectant, whatever that is, glycerol, potato starch, fresh cheese powder. We got fresh cheese and fresh cheese powder, alright. Whole milk powder, sweet whey powder, I don't know what that is, sunflower oil, table salt, emulsifier, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, raisins, raising agents, my bad, diphosphates, sodium carbonates, acidity regulator, sodium acetates, natural flavoring. This product may contain traces of nuts, packaged in a protective atmosphere. Store in cool, dry place. I'll store it in my belly. It's not very cool and dry in there. But, look at that. Look at that. It's like, so good. And to add to that, degeneracy, right? People that eat cake, right, like this, cake like this, without a fork, are lunatics. Okay, if you eat cake with a spoon or anything else but a fork, you're a degenerate. Just like those people we saw today, right? That one guy who for some reason insisted on air blasting everything on the planet. We had double the amount of support from his air blasting than actual damage as Pyro. Who just, you know, got this golden pan. He switched off of Pyro and then went soldier because, you know, wave 5 was a disaster and it failed. Probably because I was just spectating too, but you know, I'm that kind of guy where he doesn't want to reward people for being, you know, detrimental. So maybe the message got across where it's like, this whole fucking air blast lunacy didn't help us win, right? We lost, and then he stopped, and then we won. So you could make you know, you can draw the conclusion that Air Blast bad and not Air Blast good. And you got rewarded for it. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? It's so good, right? But not as good as my cheesecake. And I don't know where he's from. Name is Russian. Maybe he's in Russia. It's good money. Good money. Maybe you can buy a ticket, get out of that dog shit country, you know, run by this dog shit government. But who knows if he actually is. Then again, there's a equally high chance that he's just gonna get this fucking shit scammed. In one way or another. And I almost feel like this random strange new trade protection they put on golden pan drops. I think before you could trade them immediately, and now they implemented like a special rule for this thing where you have like a 7-day trade ban where you can't actually trade it away right away, which is probably the result of a lot of people getting the shit just scammed out of their backpacks immediately. But if they think that 7 days is gonna protect them from that, ha! Gabe and Valve, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? People fall for the most stupid shit. Right? People tell you, hey man, I accidentally reported you. Maybe you should contact this totally legit Steam support agent over here on that platform that is totally not related with Steam whatsoever, called Discord. And then sort it out, right? Yeah. And then people are like posting on the Steam community forum, is this a scam? I got added by this random stranger that I don't know on Discord, and he told me that he's a Steam support agent. That I have items that were scammed from somebody else. And to verify if they are truly my items, I have to trade them all to him. Is that a legit thing? Can you guys explain that to me? If this is a scam or if this is a legit thing? I swear to God, you could just pose as Gaben. You could just set up a profile called Gabe Newell and say, whatever your backpack value is worth, I will double it. But first you have to trade it to me. I'm Gabe Newell. You can trust me, bro. People will still do it. They will still do it. And they make another thread saying, was this really Gabe Newell that I was talking to? Guys, can you believe this? The owner of Steam, of Valve, Gabe Newell, he scammed me. He stole my items. I mean, isn't he already rich enough? Did he really need to steal my items? Just to buy another super yacht? I don't know. I don't know, man. You tell me if it's real or not. Not sure. But hey, maybe things on Steam are gonna be way more exciting in the future. I don't know if you've heard, right? I don't know if you've heard, but there was this cool new update to CS2 where they introduced a new case called the Genesis case, and instead of, you know, buying a key to open it, it's free, right? It's free. You can look inside that case, and then you have basically Valve directly telling you, hey, look, this is an item that you could get. Would you like to buy this item for 14 cents? And then you can say, yeah, I want it. or nah. And if you say nah, the case rolls again for another item that you can buy for like a Valve decided amount of money. And you can do that 5 times. If you want none of the items in that case, you can just say nah, and then the case just explodes and deletes itself basically. But if you get a really cool rare item, right, like the people that play CSGO and open cases or after, right, you get a really cool skin in there, and then Valve directly decides the price of that item, and they tell you, hey, look at this absolutely epic cool item that we got for you here. How about you pay us $1,500 for it? Directly from your Steam wallet into Gaben's fucking pocket. Doesn't that sound like a great deal? Doesn't that sound like a perfect microtransaction for a game like CS2? It's the most stupid ass shit. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that shit coming to TF2? Making a case and then you unbox an insane unusual, right? Unusual, red unusual, strange. And then Gaben is like, this is a great unusual that you unboxed. How about you pay me like $1,500 and then you can take it, you can keep it. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? That would be so cool, right? I mean, there's so many people that can just open a case and then afford to spend $1,500 in TF2, right? There's so many out there. Truly a good deal. A good deal. I mean, this doesn't just scream like Valve being the most greedy fucking company on the planet, right? Nah, no way. I'm glad that I stopped spending money on Steam. And I'll continue to not spend any money on Steam for the foreseeable future. After all, their platform is absolute trash. The report system is trash. They can't deal with cheaters, they can't deal with scammers. And if it takes them, once again, right, I just want to stress this once again. If it takes them 12 fucking years, 12 years, right, to implement graph dates, right, that show when something was actually sold per year on a yearly basis, right? 12 fucking years. Can you imagine it? 12 years to update a graph to show the year. Oh man, Valve's really on top of things, right? Crazy shit. And while I'm on top of ranting again, right, about Steam, I will never forgive them for the biggest sin of all: removing Steam Music. Because I enjoyed it, you know, having a player that I could just open, put my own music in. And then listen to it. Right? I didn't have to have like a separate thing, right? Tap out, open it in a player, and then blah blah blah. And yeah, I know Spotify and all that nonsense, okay? If I wanted to use one garbage platform over another garbage platform, I would fucking do it. But no. I will forever say the worst decision was removing Steam Music. I don't know why they did it even. They added it. They could have just sat there like all this other forgotten shit that Steam added and doesn't update, like the Steam Player or whatever the fuck, which is also rubbish, by the way. But nah, they specifically went out of their way to remove it. Which is stupid. If you really think about it, the world is just stupid. And we're all living in it. Does that make us equally stupid? Think about it. Think about it. If you would put the stupid and the not stupid on a scale, what do you think would outweigh the other? I think the answer is obvious. I mean, you can't go anywhere on the internet anymore without running into something absolutely ridiculous. Whether that's this data protection bullshit that the EU has implemented with cookies, right? Where you have this little box that says, do you want to accept cookies? Useless. People either don't care and just press accept for the shitty fucking box to go away, or people just press decline if they even can. Right, there's some websites out there that just have this annoying ass shit. We have to like go through it, which is also against the rules of that, but who's gonna regulate that really? And if I see that, I'm just out of there. I'm just not going to your website. No matter, I don't care, okay? Same with ads, really. If you have your website inundated with ads, or you tell me to turn off my ad blocker, you can just go and fuck yourself. It's like YouTube. Like YouTube is just the most retarded website when it comes to fighting ad blockers. But they tell me, hey, using ad blockers violates YouTube's terms of service. And I'm like, oh yeah? See me give a shit later. And then YouTube is like, after watching this one video, you can't watch anymore. And then I'm like, oh yeah? How about I use a different browser and then it still works? How about I use a private window and it still works? Why even try YouTube? Why even try? I just don't understand. Why so many people want to make the internet just the worst place? I know why. And you know why too. It's money. And honestly, if we look at everything, money is the root of all evil. Yeah. Truth bombshell, I know. But we all need it, right? We can't live without money. Most of us anyway. Unless you want to be living a nomadic life, maybe. Which is possible. You could go and live in a forest and then, maybe do foraging or hunting. It still exists. There's still indigenous tribes out there, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation or not, who just live away from all this nonsense that we're filling our daily lives with. And it really pains me to see, documentations or whatever, actual documentations, not the documentations that I usually talk about, which are not documentation, but don't worry about it. Where they show actual tribes just living, in coexistence with nature, and then they all have small terms. I'm pretty sure I heard a story about like some tribe or some town or something, and they got like phones or whatever, access to the internet, and they all started watching porn. They were just gooning all day. Can you believe it? That tribe would have just normally existed, but without phones, but they got access to the internet. And then they just started gooning. Pretty much immediately. And I get it. That's what the internet was basically made for, right? But do we really have to ruin everything, even for those people that pretty much had a good life? Yes, yes. That's what humanity is all about, ruining it for others. That's why I basically want nothing to do with that. I just want to enjoy my cheesecake, go work my fucking job for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, get paid, go home, lock my door, and then the world outside can just burn down. It can just burn down. I don't care. I'm sure we're gonna get there eventually, and I'm gonna be there for it. I'm gonna look at it and say, ah, yeah, expected it. But you know what? I'm gonna still enjoy it. You know why? Because I'm gonna be sitting there eating my cheesecake. And at least I hope I still have cheesecake. That would be truly be horrible. Imagine. The world ends and you don't have cheesecake? Terrible. Terrible. That would truly be terrible. I almost got it. Look at that. I don't even know if... Well, actually I do know. I think this is worth the money I paid for. I think an actual like full cheesecake, not like in a rectangular box, the round one, right? That you have to put in the oven and actually heat up. I think it's more expensive than this. Think about it. For this cheesecake had the same price as a Manco supply crate key in the Manco store. Ha! Amazing how I brought that back around, right? Crazy, huh? Man, I'm good. I'm so good. But not as good as this cheesecake. And you know what? This cheesecake, where people actually put raisins in it. Raisins! Absolute lunacy. Very good, very fulfilling cheesecake. I give this holy fuck, is this good? Out of 10. Yeah, I think so. The only thing that would make this better. Would be if I had more of it. Maybe I should write one of those blogs where you have all sorts of interesting things. Like my cheesecake diet, for instance. Cheesecake in the morning. Cheesecake juice for workout. Get a cheesecake protein shake. And yeah, be incredible. Trust me. Because everything with cheesecake is incredible. Yeah. The end. Rant over.